Hello, and welcome to a new episode of ChaosMole Reacts, this time with the Xbox Developer Direct 24. What do you see here? Well, what we will see here is Ninja Theory with Hellblade, Machine Games with Indiana Jones, which I'm curious about. I'm pretty sure we are killing a lot of Nazis. I mean, that's what Machine Games is pretty good at. Then we have Obsidian Entertainment with Avowed, and then we have technically a third-party studio with Oxide, who is showcasing Ara, History Untold. I think they will actually show some more gameplay to it and maybe talk about closed betas. I've been playing this game, and I cannot really talk too much about it, but I have been playing this game since March last year, I would say. Yeah, March last year. And for a Civilization-esque game, the only thing I can say about it right now is they're actually trying to be different. Like, really, really different. I know that some people might say, well, Humankind tried to be different than Civilization. No. Humankind was very close to Civ with some new changes in gameplay here and there, but it was still very close to what you would expect with their twist on the whole thing. Our History Untold is very different in how you play. And that's the only thing I can say here without breaking NDAs. So I shut up about it, and let's see what they have to tell us. I think this show is for 18 plus, aka mature. Four studios. I'm really hyped for Avowed, by the way. Avowed is the one. What the hell? I'm really hyped about. And he just broke his hip. Look, developers, they're just normal people. Like you and I are. Well, besides of that dude. That dude is not. He's not normal. He's Todd Howard. There's still a slot open, technically, theoretically, not really. Oh, we are starting with Avowed? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Sign me up for that. Obsidian. The creators of, well, you actually just know, Fallout New Vegas.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment.
Hi, Carrie.
Proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
Hell yeah.
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the
Hot.
Living Lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop.
Yeah, this is based off Pillars of Eternity.
At the heart of the Living Lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity.
I love the Outer
And
Worlds.
Avowed is no different.
I'm looking forward to a second one.
We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other.
But first,
It's colorful, it's
Avowed.
vibrant, it's strange.
It looks
it's one
good.
of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora.
Basically a
There's gonna be a lot of
smaller
great secrets to
Elder
discover,
Scrolls.
one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our
Which is
combat
good.
brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun.
I'm glad when we are going back to
action-oriented
like
gameplay, and
Morrowind.
the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here
Hey.
to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give
Interesting.
you the freedom to mix and match your loadout.
Again, something they did in the earlier Elder Scrolls games.
You can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types.
It reminds me a bit more of
It's not just hacking and slashing.
Arx Fatalis.
You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
Rude.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tangle
You're a wizard now, Harry.
Stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher
And the sword
combatants
fighter.
in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive. Some
Ooh.
are
Oh
brutally
god,
lethal,
sword and board
and others you
enemies.
must make sure you
My
prioritize.
nightmare, man.
Capabilities will put you in a tough spot.
That's
To help with
great.
the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat.
Pistol.
That means
Oh,
you can
bow.
play however
Okay.
you want. Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even
Oh, is this
dual-wield
like one of your
wands and feel
followers?
like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your
Better than
weapons
Hogwarts
to
Legacy.
shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands.
That looks really good.
As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen
I
soldiers.
assume this
And
is
as you
Unreal
explore
Engine
the remains
5.
of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki,
Oh, yeah, it's the weird fish
training
people.
under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes.
Man, look at those facial animation, Bethesda. Folks.
Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
We all doomed. We all doomed.
And as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone. But I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you?
This looks amazing.
Captain Ruiki was
Like
sick? That I was
Starfield.
paranoid?
Oh, God.
That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
Oh.
Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you
Interesting.
believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive
Show
experience
us.
like Avowed
Show
is
us.
the world we build.
Cowards.
Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful,
And welcome in,
and
folks.
dynamic
Welcome in.
visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience.
Damn.
By contrasting the vibrant with
Haven't
the dull,
talked to you about my
urban
CPU
spaces with
upgrade
simpler
I'm
ones,
still working
we can
on.
better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes.
We're actually close to the goal.
All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp,
This is great.
you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute,
Wow.
muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
My word.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Oh, it's this fall. So, November. I mean, Obsidian has been pretty good with delivering their games. Oh my god. That looks fantastic. Holy shit. I'm sold. Like, pluck it right here. Right here. I'm in. Damn, man. And Ninja Theory. Machine Games will be last. I think we will finally get a release
Hi, I'm
date.
Don Matthews,
Exactly.
studio head here at
No, we
Ninja
already
Theory
have a
in
release
Cambridge,
date,
UK.
right?
We're
22nd
now
of
in the
September?
final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working
Are
hard
we?
to bring you an unforgettable journey
Shit.
into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we
Oh,
hope
interesting.
you care about too.
Have I talked to you about my CPU upgrade?
Senua is back with a new quest. She
Oh,
wants to stop the
Evelina.
Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer
I love that they are
in fear
just
of her visions
saying
and voices.
character
While the
performance.
Furies are still her constant companions.
It's like,
She
no,
encounters
she's
new
actually a
people along the
developer
way,
on the team.
Some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Oh my god, those
Little by
faces,
little.
man.
This settlement.
I don't know if she is also a
Continue
developer on the
electronic.
second one. Depending on how much she has to do for performance, right,
In
this
the game,
time.
Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover.
Ooh.
Senua will make
What I don't
new
like-
enemies and also new allies who
So
will
far
come
they
to
have been
see
only
her unique
showing
perspective as a beacon of hope,
gameplay with
and
black
she'll
bars to
discover
it.
along with us how
Ugh.
this viewpoint can have its advantages.
A sign. Focus.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having
just don't want
unique
black
beliefs
bars
about
on my
the world
monitor.
around her. To bring
stop
Senua's
that.
perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with
I mean,
lived
if they're keeping
experience
the amount of
psychosis.
gameplay as high as in the first one, I don't mind.
It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies.
That's
that
a
will push Senua
fantastic
to her
name he
limits.
has.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We
The
spent a lot of time
nipples.
planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was
I'm actually pretty okay with that. The combat was kind of meh in the first one. Very floaty.
Different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it.
And
Senua
not
isn't
great.
a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to
Damn,
help suspend
man.
your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering.
That's actually real footage and not rendered this time.
Everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional
Yeah, you have
space.
to play
In
it
the
with
first game,
headphones.
we only apply to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will we do to her? What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade.
The ASMR experience. No, seriously, I've seen some people playing this game without headset, and I'm like, don't do that to yourself.
We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really
Like, seriously, do not do that to yourself.
To something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Yeah, they've showed that in the makeoff of the first one, how they are like walking around the microphone and talking to it.
Craft life-changing art with game-changing tech, and that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that
By the way, that studio they have looks amazing. Like, holy shit.
Maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She
No.
exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and
No.
we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing.
She
So
might be
that makes it
schizophrenic,
real.
I'm so proud of the
but
love,
not that many
care,
people.
and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only
No, she's
create
actually
a
not
game that is
schizophrenic.
great to play,
That's
but
not
to
true.
craft
That's
an
not right.
experience that leaves
She's
you
not.
thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is
what's the
crafted
condition
in
called?
service of Senua's journey, a journey that you can embark on
Damn it.
on May 21st.
May 21st. Well, there's the release date. Wow, that's awesome. May has been pretty empty so far for games, so yeah, you can expect that. Like, yeah, okay, cool, awesome. Lock that in. Square Enix. Oh, another mana game? It makes sense that they're here. For everyone wondering why, because Microsoft has paid them a shit ton of money to finally get Square Enix back on Xbox.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの
Like Square Enix has been abandoning the Xbox platform
1991年にファイナルファンタジー
for quite some time.
誕生して以降
Like Final Fantasy XIV is now finally coming to Xbox, the new Secret of Mana is finally coming to Xbox, and they have announced that they have now a much deeper partnership with Square Enix.
武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG として
AKA
17作発売され
put some money behind it. And more money than Sony
本
has.
作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるためこれまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
That's why I always said PlayStation doesn't even, Sony doesn't want that Microsoft is not buying Activision Blizzard because that's like 60.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である
69 billion US dollars they don't have to spend. And believe that is an outfit. What the hell?
To introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox
Damn.
players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちを
But yeah, they would have a lot of money to spend just on contracts and whatnot.
ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。
That's some great animations.
ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的
Yeah, I've never played a Mana game, by the way.
これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているのでバトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。
That looks
ス
fluffy.
ピードで駆け回ってくれるピッ
I want to pet it.
ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジュに似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできてそれぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーに出してもらいながら足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていきピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。
That's neat.
探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
I like the music. I like the world design. Do I like the gameplay? I don't know. Again, I've never like. It looks like a typical JRPG, which I'm not against. I've played tons of JRPGs, but yeah, I might have to check it out. It looks pretty. Sounds good. There's, I would say, quality and love here. Oh my, the monster design is great. What the hell? Looks like an alligator mixed with a plant.
その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、
I want, by the way, I want Foam Star on the PC. Just saying. That game looks hilarious. Oh, it's summer. Okay. Alright. Again, yeah, they want to show that Square Enix is back on Xbox. So, it makes sense that this is showing up here. Oh, here we go. Ara, History Untold. A lot of people will go right now, huh?
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time.
Hello.
Civilization 5. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and
I think they're sitting down the streets here somewhere,
expand your nation, govern your
if I'm not mistaken.
Engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering,
I can say they do.
Approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan.
Wow. Hi, Dan.
We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
Again,
for Ara, we knew we needed deep systems.
It's inspired by Civ.
And give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic
It's not
choices while
Civ.
still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their
It's hard to describe this game.
Choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The
I'm just
world isn't just a map.
not allowed to
It reflects the choices
say
players
much.
make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of
sucks.
the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens
I
living
would
their
love to.
lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever
Or
known.
you just conquer
This is
all of
measured
them.
by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might? Scientific advancement? The choice
Well.
is theirs. In Ara, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history, like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're
I
hard to
mean,
build,
they have that in Civ.
giving huge prestige bonuses and
People are like,
game-changing
what,
abilities
mechs?
to the nation that
I'm
constructs
like,
them.
yeah, have you played Civ?
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre.
Yeah.
At balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something.
This game
like
has a lot of
improvement
like
or triumph,
city
which changes
management
the challenge that
mechanics
exists
in it.
Aura compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components.
Like,
Those
especially
are the
Civ
foundation
meets
for everything,
Anno?
from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military.
It's very
units.
close to what
The crafting
actually
system in
Millennia
Ara
tries to
encourages
do.
thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Ara just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all
And
of
it
the
makes
trades
the whole
to include. For Ara, we
just
looked at
another
all
round
perspectives. So we looked at cultures
worse.
and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Because you
Where this
click
approach really shines is in our leaders.
and
Leaders are
bam,
so
you are
often
already
seen
in the
as
next
military
round.
personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought
It's
leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many
stuff.
more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of
Stuff.
special abilities determined by their personality traits, as
Yep,
well as
this
a
is very
powerful unique
Civ-esque.
leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
Like me.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Ara for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback.
Hey, that's
In the
me.
end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make
Yep.
a change when one of our insiders made
Or
a
the
report
whale,
that
which
just,
was
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these
Ah.
feline demons away from me. I'm
Yep.
happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the
They've
overall
actually
threat
fixed
level
that very
not
quickly.
aligned to a player's citizenry.
Yeah, I've actually fixed this bug relatively quickly early on in the alpha.
And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and
Oh.
continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf
Oh, that's
of
neat.
everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
When's it coming? Fall. Okay. The good thing is we will get some good old Civ style games this year, but no Civilization. So GG. Again, the moment I'm allowed to talk more about Ara, I will definitely do so. Well, and here comes the Big Bang. Let's do this.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos
Uppsala!
We are really excited to finally be able to share our work in
I can't every time I hear that. Welcome to Uppsala.
Since the film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture.
Uppsala.
In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good...
He is out of his mind, and he should probably focus on Starfield. Ah!
Forever, I'd had this idea
A Todd.
for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on
Friends,
the game and
aka
being
we
a
own
little
them.
bit nervous because, look, it's, you know, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just...
Do you
been
not
so
have a
trusting
Starfield to
and supportive
fix?
of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life.
I'm joking,
and
by
I
the
couldn't
way.
be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Well, let's hit it.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game,
I am curious about the face.
you're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Oh, wow. Harrison Ford when he was young. Huh. Interesting.
Myths.
I didn't expect that.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past.
Vin Diesel?
Thousands of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried.
I know not every bold guy is Vin Diesel.
To be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Aww.
Watch me.
It's not quite Harrison Ford. William!
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great
Close enough, though.
significance.
It looks great.
If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
It is him, right? It's... Damn it. I would say it's close enough. And this stream is now DMC8.
It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Oh no, it is. It is. Okay, yeah, now that we had some more shots of him. Yeah, definitely him. I sense that Wolfenstein in it, and I'm fully on board with it. Like Wolfenstein meets Tomb Raider.
Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
The Great League.
Give any idea how old that was?
Even the voice. Ha.
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people.
That's a
Everyone
name.
here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming
It looked
audience.
good.
Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes.
Whoa,
letting you
be
see
careful where
and
you put
feel
that.
What he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We
Weird.
believe that being up close and
Same
personal to the adventure is
thing
key,
said
making
Cyberpunk.
each action feel like your own.
And they will probably never do that ever
Whether
again.
it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples.
You're allowed to crack your whip,
blood
chat.
in a fist fight. All of these moments are much more intense.
Don't get
in
banned,
first
though.
person. But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and
She
environmental
focuses
traversal,
very often on the
you pull
whip.
the camera back for a third-person view.
Ah, you could have done that first.
Indiana
person.
Jones and the
Okay.
Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
Okay.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana
That's
heads
a
to the
big guy.
Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop.
Oh.
Maybe in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles.
Man, those
when we were
earrings,
thinking about
man.
the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation.
Yeah, I love the
most
puzzles.
authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols.
Oh yeah,
and
not too
using
much
them to
like, hey Indy, you should really look at
Or
this.
using the tools at
Hey
your
Indy,
disposal, like the
you should
whip.
maybe try something else. Hey Indy. Oh, don't, please don't. Just
We have
don't.
these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look
And your
carefully
living
at
room.
each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
As long as it is copyright free.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stuff.
With our production staff.
Like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
No developer got hurt
Characters do a lot
by
to
those
bring the world
stunts.
to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay then, let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect
Did they say
boyfriend, indeed.
boss?
They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under in the skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you.
Makes sense. I mean, it's not a Wolfenstein.
Patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indie's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can
Cool.
use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction.
What?
And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat.
What? You're telling me the dude is like, huh? Did I just hear the cracking of a whip? Huh?
Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps,
What?
small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
That doesn't sound
One
right.
thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Maybe we get loot. Oh no. It's a ball. Oh, it's just sand.
I want
It's
to
just
thank
sand.
you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
It looks great.
King Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure.
Well,
and
I have to wait till the release of the game because I'm blacklisted from Bethesda.
I'm
Haha.
very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
Todd Howard in the background stealing that. That's great. Later this year, that sounds like could slip into 2025, let's be honest here. Yeah, they could slip into next year. If they need the time. Well. Oh, and it's Xbox exclusive. And now, me. Awesome. Well, that was a fantastic showcase. I really liked it. The mana one was a little bit out of place, not gonna lie. But again, I understand why Xbox / Microsoft wanted this, because they just put a lot of money into the whole we are working with Square Enix now. So I get that. I totally get that. But the rest looked great. It looked great. Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry, if I mean it's exclusive to Xbox, what I mean is console wise, right? It's on PC. It's on PC. Like, when I say it's coming exclusive to Xbox, I'm using the Microsoft terminology here, which is Xbox is the ecosystem and not the console anymore. And so Xbox means consoles, cloud, and PC. So I'm pretty sure you will be able to, because it's also like a first party title, it will be on cloud streaming as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Elder Scrolls Online global reveal is coming up. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I'm not watching that. Whatever it is, even if it is a second game or something, I don't care. Oh yeah. First party titles are in streaming and everything in the Xbox ecosystem. Yeah. So you shouldn't have any issues there whatsoever. Yep. All right. But with that said, folks, thank you so much for coming out here for an hour. Hey, that was an hour, not bad. It was definitely fun. I really do appreciate that. I will upload this immediately to YouTube on my React channel. And I will be back probably tomorrow at the Mole RP channel for Palworld. So if you want to check that out, if you're like Palworld, Ark Survival meets Pokemon. That's basically what it is. Pretty much. Yep. And we will check that out tomorrow. Yes. So with that said, I have to get out of here. Thank you again so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. And I will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. ET. Probably 8 a.m. ET. Maybe I will be an hour later for Palworld. Yeah. Have a good one, folks. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Ka-ching!